Hi, it's Miss Parrott, and this video is about the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is an essential element for the building of amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins, and nucleotides, which are the building blocks of nucleic acids like DNA and RNA. You can see in these diagrams the nitrogen atoms and how without them we couldn't make those molecules. 80% of our atmosphere is nitrogen gas. But this gas cannot be directly taken in by living things. It has to be transformed into a new molecule in order to be taken into living things and go through the biotic part of the nitrogen cycle. And so that happens with the help of bacteria. Bacteria are essential for this process. Without the bacteria, it wouldn't work. So there are bacteria in the soil that bring it in and make it in the form of nitrates. Then they're able to be absorbed in the plant, move through the food chain, decompose as waste. Then there are new bacteria that turn it into nitrates, and then these nitrates can be transformed by another sort of bacteria into the nitrogen gas in the atmosphere. And this can happen over and over. Let's look at the detailed processes that are part of the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen can move into the soil in a number of ways. As I said, bacteria are a crucial part of getting nitrogen into the soil. Some of these bacteria just live freely in the soil. Other bacteria live in nodules of roots of plants called legumes. These are clover, peas, and beans. So the bacteria, whether they're in the soil or in the root nodules, are able to take nitrogen gas out of the air and transform it into a form called nitrates. That process is called nitrogen fixation, which kind of makes sense, right? We're moving from nitrogen that we can't use, we're fixing it into a form that's usable. There are two other ways to get nitrogen into the soil. Lightning actually takes nitrogen gas and puts it into a form of nitrogen oxides that will go into the soil and form nitrates. And then also, if humans just put synthetic fertilizer directly into the soil, nitrogen will get in there. Finally, our nitrogen is a form we can use called nitrates. These nitrates can be absorbed into plant life through the roots and then move through the community by the food chain. So in the plants, the nitrogen is in the form of proteins and nucleic acids, and those are going to be eaten, broken down, and reassembled in animals. Then when any of these living things die or produce waste, this waste is going to decay, and the nitrogen that's in those wastes is in the form of ammonium. So ammonium is NH4+. However, it's hard for plants to use this, so it gets broken down by bacteria through a process called nitrification. And it's taking the ammonium ions and nitrifying them, turning them into nitrates in the soil, which again, the plants can take up and it can move through here. But we need nitrogen back in the atmosphere, and we use another type of bacteria in another process to do that. So nitrates in the soil can be taken in by even another species of bacteria, and through a process called denitrification, the nitrates are turned into nitrogen gas again, leave the soil, and move back into the atmosphere. And the large cycle of nitrogen continues.